I know we spoke briefly about this issue over the weekend, and I think it's worth talking about. It's World Cup season. We have about 19 days, give or take, to the World Cup, and teams have been releasing their list. Thomas Tuchel released this list, and a whole lot of names we are missing. Let's go through the list together. In goal, we have Dean Henderson, Jordan Pickford, James Trafford. In defense, there is Dan Burn of Newcastle, McGahey of Man City, Rhys James, Ezri Konsa, Tino Livramento, Nico Riley, Jared Kwanzaa, Jed Spence, John Stones. In midfield, there is Elliot Anderson, Jude Bellingham, Eberechieze, Jordan Henderson, Kobe Mainoo, Declan Rice, Morgan Rogers. Then in attack, there is Anthony Gordon, Harry Kane, Noni Madueke, Marcus Rashford, Bukayo Saka, Ivan Toney, Oli Watkins. I mean, if you look at this list, um, there is no Harry Maguire in that particular list. Harry Maguire has been very, very exceptional. Ivan Toney plays in Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia is not a top league when you compare it to the EPL. Rhys James is injury prone. John Stones has not been playing regularly for his team. What's the justification of Luke Shaw, who has been very exceptional for Manchester United, is also not on this list? Yes, you might make a case that Luke Shaw is also an injury case. Sometimes he gets injured, sometimes you don't know what you get from him. But these are players that have, proven themselves over the season. So for you now, who do you think should not be part of this list that is there?
Honestly, I can make a case for Jet Spence not being in this list, right? When I saw the list, I was like, what's Spence doing here? Because what I know Spence for is because it's fast. Understand? Defensively is a liability, right? Attacking wise, he's not. So I was like, all these things. I was when I saw the list, I was like, no Palmer, no Foden, normal reaction. But I didn't have the reaction for Maguire and Luke Shaw and which other notable names were Trent Alexander-Arnold. I was not surprised when he was not listed there. I was not surprised when I didn't see Trent Alexander-Arnold on that
Why?
list.
Why?
He's
Why?
a
Why? Why are
defensive
you not
liability.
surprised? Why?
See, we are not nobody's going to take anything away from Trent Alexander Arnold's attacking abilities, right? You understand? He once recorded 13 assists in the Premier League in a season. That's breaking the record for a defender for assists in a season, right? You understand? But defensively, defensively is a liability. And he has become a bigger liability at Real Madrid. You understand? It was everybody knew the kind of defensive liability was at Liverpool. You can see we went to him and he was exposed at Liverpool, and he's not even much of an attacking threat to them either. You understand? Because this guy can be caught lacking. Thomas Tuchel play a 3-4-3 formation. You understand? 3-4-3 formation. He's very stubborn about it. You understand? And this guy can be caught lacking because the full backs have to overlap every time. You understand? And Trent, imagine Trent in an overlapping situation. That's and maybe a fast winger catches him. Maybe say like Yamal or the like, someone that is fast, and Trent is still up. That's disaster. Social stated it. He doesn't even need to state it for me to know why he was committed. You understand? So I'm understanding the need for Trent not being on this list. I'm understanding the need for honestly, I don't understand the need for Maguire. Maybe let's just say I don't care whether he's there or not. Understand? I don't feel indifferent about him. I understand the need for Kopama not being there. You understand? Because Kopama attitude, I think Kopama, one thing Tuchel was stated in his presser after he leads the squad, he stated something about players' attitude, players' behavior. You understand? And all these things, I don't think Kupama have had the best behavior on pitch this season. I don't think he has had it. You understand? You see Kupama being nonchalant towards games. You see him acting like he doesn't care. Tuchel attends our games. Tuchel attends most of these EPL games. He sees these things. You understand? Kopama is an exceptional player. Is an exceptional player. Fine, understand. But Tuchel, I don't think Kopama will fit into that Tuchel system. You understand? Tuchel needs how should I put it? He needs hustlers in his midfield. Look at the midfield he carried to the World Cup. He carried Henderson. Tell me why Tuchel is going to carry Henderson to the World Cup. He needs hustlers in his midfield. Do you understand? And Kopama doesn't fit into that profile. No offense to him. Do you understand? Um, I feel like whatever squad Tuchel is going to put out, people are still going to complain. Whatever squad Tuchel is going to put, is people are still going to complain. That's just the thing because he cannot field everybody. He cannot call everybody. You understand? If he call this one and miss this one, people will complain. You understand? If he had called Trent and he didn't call James because they play same position, you understand? People are going to complain. And you mentioned James, something about James being injury prone. James,
True,
when
true.
last was James injured? When last was James injured? James is currently fit and healthy. He's currently fit and healthy, ready to go. You understand? On his day, there is no better player than James. You understand?
You said
On
something.
his day, there is no better player than James.
You said on his day you are going to a tournament that you want to win because one of the mandates that they gave him is to win the World Cup. Why are you taking player that only performs on his day? Why is that kind of player going? You need a
Maybe,
player that is consistent.
maybe, maybe I didn't word it well. I didn't put it well. On every day, James is the best player in his position. I didn't word it well. Every day, James is the best player in his position. There was an argument about James and Arnold, who is better right back. I've always knew it was James. You understand? James has always been the better player to me because defensively he's ahead of Arnold. Attacking, you can argue. Attacking wise, you can argue, you can debate. But defensively, it is clear. And when it comes to being a right back, we all know we all know you for a primary thing assignment, which is defense. You understand?
True, very true,
Your
very
attack
true.
is just the added bonus. Do you understand? And that is where James betters Arnold. You understand? Honestly, I feel like everybody should back Tuchel up because he clearly has a plan. Is when they hired him, when they hired Tuchel, they should have known that England fans should have known that this guy is stubborn. This guy he's a German. They were calling him Hitler. He's a German. He doesn't care about whatever politics. He said it that he doesn't need big names. He doesn't need talents. He needs people that can fit into the structure. I watched the whole press. I watched you. He said all these things. You understand? And let me see if he can actually show it on the pitch. You understand? Because it's one thing to say all these things. It's one thing to defend your selections. You understand with your mouth. But can you defend it on the pitch? We'll see about that. You understand? But so far, so good. He has backed his selections up. I say, I don't understand why he took Madwiki because I'm trying to. That's the only selection I'm trying to understand. Why did he take Madwiki? Why? Because the whole thing is just something. Just doing something. You mentioned Ivatoni. There is up until the last match day when that guy scored hat trick to overtake him. And you mentioned Saudi League as if Saudi League is one ordinary league. Saudi League betters most leagues at the moment. Did you see the final day race? Did you see
Yeah,
how competitive they are over there?
between Alakli and Al
Did
Nassr.
you see did you see their run in the Club World Cup that Chelsea won? They beat most top teams. They drew most top teams. That's how competitive. Do you see the quality of players that play over there? Do you see the coverage? Do you see the visibility
No,
Ronaldo has given them? So they are a top league.
but let me play devil's advocate here. Since they've appointed Thomas Tuchel, Ivan Toney has only played 7 minutes under him. Does it justify his call? Does 7 minutes of play justify his call up? He has only played just 7 minutes. So how do you justify that?
Okay, when Thomas Tuchel was stating the criteria as to which he picked his players. You understand? He mentioned them fitting into his system. He mentioned them being with. He mentioned three things. He mentioned more than three things, but I'll mention only three. He mentioned them fitting into his system. He mentioned them playing previous friendlies with them, previous matches with them, and getting acclimated to his system. That doesn't qualify Tony. And the last one is what qualifies Tony: their present performance with their current clubs. That's what qualifies Tony. The first criteria might not qualify Tony. The second criteria definitely doesn't qualify Tony. But the last criteria qualifies Tony. Ivan Tony was the leading highest goal scorer in a league Ronaldo was in a league Benzema is in. He's the leading goal scorer in the same league. If I'm you, if I was Thomas, if you were Thomas Tuchel, you will not take him because he's playing in Saudi league, because he has only played 7 minutes under you. You understand? This thing is that Ronaldo won the Saudi Golden Boot last season. You understand? Benzema joined. Mane is in the same league. Malcolm is in the same league. You understand? Look at the caliber of players in this league, and it's Ivan Tony from Brentford. You understand? That's winning highest goal scorer. I will take him, sir. I will gladly take him. You understand? So you can see that Ivan Tony fits into the criteria. You understand? And that's why he's there. That's
Okay.
why he's there.
And
I feel like that's one of the easiest. That's one of the easiest selection for me. I don't even see
let,
a problem with it.
let me put you on the spot. You said Noni Madueke does not deserve to be in the team. Who do you think should have been a better replacement? That's number one. Number two, how do you think England will find out? Give me your ideal formation for the English national team playing at the World Cup. Your ideal players that will start in your formation playing for England at the World Cup.
Uh Noni Madueke, Noni Madueke. Palmer, honestly,
Palmer would have been much more
Palmer should
better
have
than
gone
him,
ahead
right?
of him.
Okay.
Maybe I understand why, but Palmer should have gone ahead of Noni Madueke. Palmer should have definitely gone ahead of Noni Madueke. And my ID formation, okay. Um, let's do this. Okay, right back with James,
Rich
right?
James in right back. Okay.
Right back with James. Yeah, a pairing of Konsa and Guehi. I don't know how to
Konsa
pronounce his
and
name.
Konsa and
Guehi.
Maguey,
Yeah,
who plays the left back
yeah,
for you.
right. And either Konsa or Dan Bon, but Dan Bon is kind of slow.
Hmm.
Either Konsa or Dan Bon, either of them, either of them can play for me, right?
Okay.
I'm looking for a way to fit in Livramento. I'm looking for a way to fit in Livramento, but I feel like Livramento playing will depend on the opponent. You understand? Livramento play will depend on the opponents, but this is my formation, so nobody should have any problem with it, right? Um, in midfield, I have um I have Kobe Menu, I have Kobe Menu, I have Iberichi Eze, and I have Declan Rice. I
Declan
have
Rice.
these
Okay.
three people,
Okay.
right? I have Declan. Yes, I have Declan Rice, and I have up front. I have Rashford. I
Rashford.
have
Okay.
Rashford. Rashford should play left wing. Yeah, Rashford should play left wing. Only what? This is not fair. This is not fair. This is not fair. This is not fair. I don't know about Oli Watkins playing on the wings. I don't know about what's his name? Ivan Tony. Ivan Tony I'm sure he can play on the wings at Brentford, because Brentford plays 4-2-2. You understand? Brentford usually play 4-2-2. You understand? And he plays double strike with either, was it Mbeumo or who was Bournemouth Brentford striker? Was it Mbeumo?
No, Wisa. Yeah, Wisa. Wisa
Yeah,
Mbuemo.
Wisa. So it's usually
Wisa Mbuemo and Tony.
Yeah, we saw Mbemo and Tony exactly. So that means what's his name? Tony can play right wing because Kane
Okay.
has to Kane, Kane has to
Where
Kane has to Kane has to
where
be
does
Kane has to be the focal point. Kane has to be the
where do you put Saka? Where does Saka fit in? Does Saka not have a place in that team? Does he have a place on the bench?
no, 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 no. See, it depends. It depends on the opponent. You understand? It depends on the opponent. Saka is in my team. Saka is not starting. No, 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 no. Saka is not starting. He
Why?
may be.
No,
He has
I'm just
7
asking why.
goals this season. He has 7 league goals this season, or 7 goals in all competition this season. He has been below par this season. Maybe you can say he was injured or something, but even he has been below par this season. Salah has been below par this season, and maybe he was being called because Arsenal won the Arsenal are champions, right? That's why he was being called, and maybe Tuchel felt he can impact winning based on that kind of thing. You understand? I feel like this is why most of the players are called winning mentality. I feel like that's why Saka was called. But in my team, remember this is my team, and Saka is not here.
Sure.
Saka is not here. You understand? Maybe if I need to if I'm playing a team with a low block, you understand
Mm-hmm.
that I need to break them down. I can introduce Saka or Madueke because they can do that. Madueke can draw fouls. Saka can draw fouls. You understand? When I need them for this, I can introduce them. Even Rashford too can draw fouls. You understand? But Saka does it better than Rashford. You understand? Madueke and Rashford they may do it the same. So this is when I can introduce Saka. But this is my team. This is my team.
Oh, okay, okay. That's fantastic. So let's